it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae. Got this broken to his place. It's shit in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we'll see Michael Thomas. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Saints and...
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from the Superdome. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and not much to speak of. Calling a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jameis to throw it. There's Chris Olave. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first. To throw is Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Still going. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Looks good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they run again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Panthers at 12-4 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mayfield down. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
About you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. To try again after the sack. Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. He's at the 50. 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Again, it's Winston. Shifts by at the 15. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
Saw a touchdown, too. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our second ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We've got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Mayfield now from the 50. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was a pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. They'll run for it, McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield's throw here into the hands of Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Good for the Saints.
Winston now to throw on first down. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. And his throw here's incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Winston's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Throwing, Winston. Tries the left side and finds Olave. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down, Winston. That's Olave bringing in another one. Touchdown! Chris Olave, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That pass complete to Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mayfield on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away from the 10. So it's halftime. And we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, they found him 8 times in that first half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. McCaffrey running up the middle. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Mayfield. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson, 41 yards. And the Panthers are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Winston to give, it's Kamara. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 and the 34. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Panthers will get the football back. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. He's got the connection to Moore. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now in the afternoon. This is McCaffrey on the give. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. McCaffrey will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Barton is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Mayfield off the play fake. They'll roll him out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just had a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Winston. It's complete, Kamara. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Winston to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Winston. And that is incomplete here. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Winston.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Back to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Defensively now, 1 more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their number 1 running option that you've scouted and take away their number 1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
One last shot now for Winston. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we know very well we headed to overtime. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take the knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime...
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw taken in by Landry.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Winston. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Carolina, they earn one final victory and finish the regular season at 13-4.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for New Orleans,
the loss could be an impactful one as they'll finish at 11-6 on the year.
And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs.
They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones.